We're in the mixer. Hello and welcome. Now, today, actually, let's start up on a bit of a different note. How has your week been?
My week?
Rather than going straight into
Yeah,
it.
all right, to be fair. I mean, what's good about it is I feel like we are so much more organised than when we ever used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be you're off on holiday and there's about 15 things we should have done and we haven't done. And actually, you're going away next week. I'm going to Japan for 2 weeks afterwards.
Yeah.
And then I know that everything's done that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And actually, we can both have a nice time off. Whereas normally, it would be like, oh, crap, we should have got this done beforehand. We should have sent this off.
Yeah.
And it's always that feeling. And another thing as well, it's that feeling knowing it's okay to have time off.
Yeah.
And actually realise that you've done enough, park the bus, and then roll in and then come back and then start up again. Whereas normally I go away and I'm always thinking, we could have done this, we could have done that. Actually know that you're on a journey.
Yeah.
And maybe it pauses for a bit, but you're not going backwards because you've done so much. We've added so much.
You've built yourself
Yeah.
up to the point where you can sustain.
What do you think?
I know, I agree.
Yeah.
It's nice to be relaxed going into a bit of time off, obviously, because I'm away for a week. And it's nice to know that things are just bosh.
Yeah.
Bosh, like that. Just
Yeah.
ready to go. Ready.
Bosh.
Bosh. Ready to, park the bus, yeah.
Yeah.
Good way to put it. Park the bus.
But not feel like, for me, it's like having that stress of like, oh my God, do X, Y, and Z. It's like, give an example, right? Business related. We post regularly. I went to Bali. I left Fionn to control the place, done a great job, done all the sessions, everything he needed to get done. But I wanted, I'm like, I always want a bit more. So I wanted posting, didn't I?
Yeah.
We've now realised to get you to do that alongside everything else is unmanageable.
Yeah.
So now we put a system in place where someone else does that. So I know I can go away and actually feel comfortable knowing content will still get post, the members area will still get, post, the challenges will still be in there.
Yeah.
There will be content being drip fed around me going away on holiday, which then allows me to relax more rather than me messaging you 12 hours in front
Yeah.
that you haven't posted something.
Yeah.
Well, however, when you did post, you got the best views and reach ever.
50,000 views, yeah.
So perhaps I should just leave it to
Yeah.
you. But it's nice to have that, continually know that the ship's still going, isn't it?
It's an automation, I think everything needs to be automated, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Realistically. Now, swiftly moving in to topic of today. Everyone here listening has had a period of time in their life where they have either been seriously ill or seriously injured. And it's a negative thought, it's a negative feeling, we don't like it, it holds us back on so many different fronts, so many different levels. And we want to come on here and actually give you a little bit of, maybe a bit of an eye-opener, maybe a little bit of tough reality, a bit of harshness, but I promise you it will all resonate at the end. Now, how many times have you said to yourself, I'm going to get fit, or I'm going to become healthier, or I want to improve my levels of strength, or I just want to eat a little bit better? See what I'm getting at here? How many times have you done that and just not really bothered? The trouble is when you are good, life is good. When you are ill, you're then saying to yourself, you're kicking yourself in your teeth and you're thinking, why am I getting to this point? People who get ill are generally speaking, and I'm talking about people who get ill often, are generally speaking people who don't exercise, people who eat processed, unhealthy foods, people who have poor sleep, people who drink too much caffeine and alcohol, people who smash it 2-3 nights a week at the weekend or midweek, people who don't enjoy their job, people who just don't look after their energy, don't go out walking, don't get vitamin D. All of the things that you should be doing at your non-negotiables, if you don't do them, you're probably the one suffering with illness time and time again. And here's the catch. You're the person who complains about it on Facebook. You're the person who moans and brings your friends down about it when you say, oh, I'm not feeling well, or I'm not feeling 100%, and wonder why that is. But realistically, you know why it is. It's because you're not looking after yourself.
Mate, you stuck 50p in you.
Yeah, Weetabix were had this morning. And free.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah. What you're saying is great. And I think what people frustrates me is like, I can't afford coaching. But my point is, not everyone can afford coaching. So let's just get this right. There'll be some people that with the economy right now, they cannot afford coaching. I get that. However, if you're a earning income to a higher end income, you got to look at what you're spending elsewhere. So how much booze are you drinking per week? A pint, what nowadays? What in Bridport? £6.50?
£6, yeah.
Yeah. What's it in London? £10? What are we doing? £12 drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you're telling me that one night out, so you get 6 drinks?
Yeah.
What's that equivalent of?
You're
Like
looking at
80
80 quid, yeah.
quid, right? 80 quid. Well, that's the precision of around our coaching program, right? So that's one night out, hangover, feeling terrible. It's not just that, it's Ubers, it's Deliveroo's, it's eating out with food all the time.
Accommodation.
Yeah, people are basically spending money on things they don't need to spend money on, i.e. eating out ridiculous amounts of time, buying lunch, buying coffees. It all adds up. So my argument would be, first of all, if you looked at your monthly outgoings, you could probably knock back a lot of money and realise there is enough money for coaching, which the coaching would give you far more value. And the reason why, and this is what we're going to get into, if you are always on good energy, it means your productivity goes through the roof. So if you're self-employed or you're employed, you would work better. If you work better, you get a promotion or you'd earn more income because you get better results.
Yeah.
Also, you wouldn't be injured. If you were stronger, that means you could pick things up if you're doing a manual job, i.e. electrician, carpenter, builder, any type of job. If you're a desk jockey, postural problems, if you train, you'd have less back problems. When I had my back issue, I thought about that 24/7 from when I woke up to when I went to bed. I could barely move. It was all the thing that focused on my mindset all the time. So my argument is actually a month of back pain for me was worse than being training and paying money on training, because actually I lost out on money, income, productivity and focus. Now, you are going to injure yourself. Well, sorry. You could injure yourself at the gym, you'd argue. But that's even why you need a coach and a trainer.
Yeah.
Great form, great technique, a medium weight. That's why we don't suggest that you may go to failure beyond, but your training is very different to what we coach our client base, which is mainly pushing yourself to a medium to high level.
Yeah.
You don't see many of our clients going to failure. And the reason why, we want to keep them training week in, week out, day in, day out, and just keep them on that track of getting better. Now, your argument is going to failure, 100%, is pushing yourself to that next level, and done properly, you're absolutely fine. But when people with bad posture, bad technique, it's about coaching people to train the right way. And that's why the value in a coach is, it's not even an option. It's not shall I have it? It's I need one.
I think as well, because a lot of people may listen to that and think, I can't pay for the coach for the rest of my life. It's not for the rest of your life. Have it for an initial period, whether it be 3 months, 6 months, a year maybe even longer if you're someone who really gets into it. But if you're thinking about improving your health, your fitness, your wellness, and it doesn't have to just be weightlifting, it could be a running coach, it could be a cycling coach, swimming coach, whatever it is, do that for the initial period, because yes, it reduces risk of injury, it improves your technique, it improves I think longevity with the thing as well, because if someone who walks into a gym who's never been to a gym before and goes, use this bit of equipment, that bit, and then you've got no plan, you've not really understanding what you're doing, you're not really seeing any results, the longevity of you doing that is massively shortened. However, if you're someone who maybe bites a bullet for 3, 6 months, a year, whatever your time frame, and learn it properly and go through the motions and start seeing some results and start to understand it, you don't need a coach. Like, we've coached so many people who have stayed with us just for 3 months, just for 6 months, but most of our clients stick with us for a year and a half, 2 years, because they really understand the value, the consistency, the program. But there are people who can do it for that short period of time, learn, understand, and then start their own journey on their own. And that is as valuable as getting a coach for a long term, because I think if you're someone who comes in, has no idea, doesn't understand what they're doing, you're not going to stick to it. It's the bottom line, you're not.
I'm in, where do I sign?
Link in the bio. That's the punchline. Yeah.
But I know what you mean. It's like you got people saying, I got sciatica. Don't get me wrong, sciatica's fucking painful.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, right? Being injured, back pain, neck pain. We've all been there. But the truth is, the people that train regularly and look after their body, and I'm not talking about just weights, I'm talking about mobility, I'm talking about eating better, sleeping better. People that cane it on the sesh, it's boring, right?
Yeah.
Do it when you do it in your, late teens, for example, do it in your 20s by all means. I mean, if you're going out every single weekend getting battered and you're in your 30s,
Yeah.
I think you need
What's the point?
What's the point? I mean, if you haven't done it enough in your 20s, right?
Yeah.
Then you really need to get a hobby, like something else. Because I don't mind going out. Like, I go out with you, right? And I can see myself already being the older one out of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also when I look around, just I've got a baby face, I get away with it. However, I can see there's a lot of younger people, and I'm thinking, would I really want to be this person that goes out? And if you do enjoy it, that's fine, that's your bag. But let's be honest, you know, you don't wake up on a Sunday morning, getting out of bed and go, I feel fulfilled and feel great.
Yeah.
You wake up, you're walking in, you're doing a 6 a.m. walk-in, you're probably walking into your mum's bedroom, right? And you're thinking to yourself, that's a bit weird.
I was going to say, where does that come from?
You're walking in your bedroom at your mum's house, right?
Right.
Yeah. So my point is to your mum's bedroom, because that would be really weird.
God.
Joe, can I come in?
Joe.
6 a.m. like off the sesh.
Joe.
She's like, where's Luke? Where's this little Gremlin
Can I
gone?
have 20 quid, please?
Got a taxi, can't afford it.
Just got back from Weymouth. It's like,
I'm freezing, I'm out in a t-shirt.
God.
That's why you got pneumonia.
Yeah.
Who goes out in a t-shirt
choppers
in
who got in
January?
just t-shirts.
I used to do it. You used to buy like because I couldn't afford a decent jumper.
Yeah.
So you get like the most money. You spend the most money on a t-shirt, and I used to go out of like a Lyle
like a
Scott
Hollister
polo.
t-shirt.
Yeah, like I used to be freezing my tits
Yeah.
off. And then think to myself, well, it'd be all right. But at the end of the night, when you're waiting for a taxi,
you stood there with your arms actually inside the t-shirt, aren't you?
Yeah, be like, oh, it's all right, don't worry, I'll get a bird to keep you warm. And then basically look at you and you don't get anyone at all.
And you're hugging your mate. Both of you stood outside the kebab shop.
Like hugging each other, sharing a doner. Yeah. And that's not Donna the lady, that's Donna as well.
That's Donna the kebab.
So, no, I don't even know where this came from, but it's kind of, what? How do we get on this?
If you've been in the situation that we are just talking about, and that is something that you do consistently, if you're someone who doesn't regularly do some form of activity or exercise, if you're someone who is picking the freezer food more so than the fresh cooked food, if you're someone who's going to bed with their phone in their hand and they're falling asleep and you're waking up and your phone's still in your hand, if you're someone who doesn't have any kind of routine and you don't enjoy the job that you do, make the change. You're wondering why you feel like rubbish, your health is down, you're always getting ill, you feel like crap, you're always getting injured. That is why.
And then I'm going to finish on this because people will go, oh, my mental wellness, this and that. I get it. There are people with mental illnesses. Completely understand that. We are not for you. That would you agree with that? We can improve people's mental well-being.
Yeah.
But if you have a mental illness, then you would have to go and see a specialist, have
That's
therapy.
more professional help.
That's professional help. I'm not trying to bang on that doing steps, getting a coach, and exercising would cure things completely. It would definitely get you in a better position.
Yeah.
100% get you in a better position. If you're here and then you start exercising, start doing steps and start hanging around with positive people in a community, 100% you'd be better. Mm-hmm. But what we're talking about is the person that goes out, and I've been there, I've done it, gone out, you're on your phone late, you go to sleep late, you're making too many commitments, right? You're working too late, you're getting stressed about work, that's all it becomes. You know, you've got the negative, toxic partner, right? We've all been there. That's the things we're on about, and it only changes when you decide yourself to go, I'm going to stop going on my phone up until I go to bed. Mm-hmm. I'm going to stop drinking Monday to Thursday and only leave to the weekends. I'm going to say no to the kitchen afters, and I'm going to go home at 3 o'clock because that's going to make me feel a bit better than literally walking out of someone's kitchen at 8 a.m. That's when it stops, and that's what we're ending with.
As always, like, share, give us a comment. If anything was controversial, let us know. And if you enjoyed it, let us know. And we'll see you next week.